One.
And a pleasant good evening, or good afternoon, I should say, to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and today's special presentation of Florida High School Athletic Association Class 4A Region 2 Soccer. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance. And today we have got round one, the regional quarterfinals get underway today for the boys and the girls. 19 teams, 10 boys, 9 girls begin their quest from 2A to 4A today. 5A to 7A will start next week. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Satellite Soccer Booster Club, as well as Marco's Pizza, located at 3600 North Wickham Road in Melbourne. Go ahead and why don't you go ahead and get your dinner ordered in tonight at marcos.com or give them a call at 321-259-8999. We'd also like to thank Competitive Plumbing and Gas. Competitive Plumbing and Gas, locally owned and operated by two proud Satellite High School alumni, Wes Fayed and Jared Krell, class of 74 and class of 08. We'll tell you all about them throughout the course of the next 4.5 hours here on BSN. Let's tell you a little bit about these two teams tonight. The Satellite Scorps come in just one loss on the season under the guidance and tutelage of manager Clovis Seamus. They are 10-1-6. Titusville comes in at 9-7-1, and they are under the guidance and tutelage of fourth-year manager Roy Aldis. As we get set to go here, the FHSAA, it's too long of a night, Alan, to be screwing the FHSAA up already. Regional quarterfinal 4A Region 2 action, the Titusville Terriers and the Satellite Scorpions. Pleasure to be with you. Caleb, you've seen a lot of soccer this year, far more than have I. Have you seen, I know you saw the Scorps earlier this year in a real tough one against Vieira, a 4-3 loss. It's their only defeat of the season.
And if I'm being real, Satellite kind of put forth the game plan of how to compete with Vieira.
Right.
I mean, just that night, Satellite didn't have the bodies to finish, and that could have just been a one-off night.
Right.
But Satellite definitely likes to play in your face. We're going to challenge you to every ball. We're going to out-compete you. Can you out-technical us?
Captains Christian Lewis, Keon Sato, and Kern Maxon for the Scorps. For the Terriers, Zach Bushnell, Jim Captain, yes, that's his last name, Captain, and Kyle Jorgensen. As these guys, they're not going to have to worry tonight about keeping warm because they're out there running around, but those people down there in the stands are. Caleb, have we ever done a soccer game here where the temperature was not chilly and not breezy? I can't remember one.
There has to have been at least one.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember, but I'm saying
we've seen some classics here. We saw a girls' game here between Satellite and West Shore. It was out of this world. Satellite was up 4-0 in that game. West Shore came all the way back to tie. The Scorps would win it that night, I believe. Justin Osime in net for Titusville, and Zach Radawi for Satellite. Radawi, at least according to Max Preps, 33 saves this year. The Scorps, they've scored 38 goals. They've allowed 14. That's a plus 24 to you and I. The Terriers, 55 goals, but they've let in a bunch, 33. They're a plus 22. Their leading goal scorer is Joey Captain. His brother is the other captain, Jim Captain. Joey comes in with 13 goals tonight. The leading scorer for Satellite is, looks like Sean O'Neill with 8 goals. And we're underway. Kickoff, Satellite in red, moving from right to left on your handheld device. The Terriers, of course, would be in all white. Once again, first half will be sponsored by Competitive Plumbing and Gas. Satellite quickly pushing the attack, trying to squeeze through. There is Soren Holmberg, the senior midfielder, and they'll play it to the corner. And nice job keeping that in. And they put that in front. And the thing you have to be careful of tonight is that wind. Shot, and right out of the gate, Radawi pulls one down. And in games like this with weather conditions, I mean, gusts are probably punching 30, 35 miles an hour tonight. That ball's going to do some crazy things. Keepers are going to need to be wary of that.
You know, you really got to be wary, most free kicks that happen, from the center line, you have to be wary because you get that right gust of wind.
Yep.
And Allen's screaming the most impressive goal he's ever seen.
That's correct. In fact, the most impressive goal I've ever seen happen right here on a corner kick. That was on the girls' side. We'll tell you about that coming up. Throw in here for the Scorps. And that ball, how hard's the wind blowing on the throw-in, nearly floated it back out of bounds before it even got in. Satellite will throw it back in, and you can kind of see the knuckleball there, handled by O'Neal. O'Neal tries to work it ahead. And Titusville Satellite will take it away at the midfield stripe. And back to Curran Maxon, one of the three captains for the Scorp. The ball goes. Can't miss that ball. The bright yellow. Titusville, these two teams met for the district championship last week. It was all Satellite, 5-0 in that one as the Scorps captured their third straight district title. Coach Clovis Seamus. Fed ahead nicely, foot race, and won by O'Neal. O'Neal tries to get past captain, can't do it. Good job there by the Titusville D, but Satellite maintains possession, played back in the top of the box corner, and thumped ahead by Wright. And between the legs of Bushnell, one of the three captains for the Terriers, and fed back, but out of bounds. It'll be Titusville ball across that far touchline. No score, just underway here. 37:08 to go in the opening half. Want to thank Competitive Plumbing and Gas. With more than 40 years of industry experience, Competitive Plumbing and Gas has become the leading choice for residential and commercial plumbing and gas services right here in Brevard County. For more information, visit www.competitiveplumbing.com or call 321-234-0459. I actually almost read the script exactly as it says. It says www.competitiveplumbing.com. So as I was typing that up, I must have hit an extra R.
Because there's an R and dot.
Right, correct. Just underway here. Twilight doubleheader, if you will, for both Satellite boys and girls teams. Now, the girls were originally scheduled to play in this time slot, but the Eustis Panthers couldn't arrive by the 5 o'clock start time. So, as programs so often do, work together to switch the times up, and now Eustis should have plenty of time to get here. This will be a throw-in for Satellite. Two teams kind of feeling each other out. One of the things that's extremely difficult to do in any sport, in any level, is to beat a team twice in a season, much less twice in a week. So Satellite, I would say, has their hands full. Referees let them play, as the referees in the stands didn't agree with the call, but we'll play on.
I would say, I'll be honest, not much in it for me. Both guys going for the ball. Everyone has a right to it.
All this time of the year, the whistles are a little further in the pocket, hopefully.
I would say, don't jinx us, Al.
No, hopefully. And here comes the throw in as Curran Maxon will handle that. Nice chuck by Maxon. Gets it in the middle of the box, and they'll just play it out. And I'll tell you what, that was nobody home there for the Scorps on that one. That was well done by Curran.
It was.
This is Lewis with it. Lewis tries to get inside, and, in front. And good defense there as that ball ping-pongs around the keeper area. And Titusville just says, you know what, I'm not going to play with it anymore. That was dangerous soccer right there by Titusville. And there's a pull down, and we'll get a whistle there, and it's going to be a free kick coming for Satellite.
And here comes one of those situations we talked about, Alan. This becomes real dangerous when you don't know where that ball is going to be coming.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, then you also got to watch the heads, because then, you punch the ball out, you got to watch for a Satellite head because they are aggressive, especially down here in the attacking third.
That thing nearly came off a knee and ricocheted in. There's a good ball in front, and there's just what Caleb was talking about. Off the head, couldn't direct it back towards the goal. What do you got? What are you doing? You drawing up the plays for Coach Seamus on that one?
Yeah, no, I'm the last person Coach Seamus would ever take soccer advice from. But that was exactly how you needed to play that ball. You play it low, especially when you're going into the wind. Low, don't let the wind get into it, and hope your athlete can make a play.
Nicely fed down. Can they keep it in? No. So be back to the Scorps, and quickly asking for the ball is Alex Butler. Butler's had a nice season. It's like slide tackle there.
When there's a Butler associated with your team, you can almost just say at least district championship.
Well, they're going to run. 32:59 to go. We'll stop at about the 20-minute mark for the water break, and then play the rest of the first half. And then, again, don't go anywhere because coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, it'll be the girls' game as the Satellite girls will face off against the Eustis Panthers in round one. Not a lot to remember. Both the boys and the girls' Scorps are a 2 seed, and both would have to face Bishop Moore to win a regional championship. So
you want to talk about a competitive program, that Bishop Moore squad.
We can beat them.
We can.
Nicely done there, and chipped in front, and that'll just roll beyond the goal line. And Zach Radawi will pick it up. Is that Zach? Okay. Yeah, okay. I always get a little nervous. My old eyes are starting to deceive me a little bit. I'm actually going to have to start going to see an optometrist instead of the dollar store glasses. Oh, nice job by Satellite. Can you stay on sides with this and work it ahead? Alex Butler with it. Butler with a nice little wraparound pass there. And nice defense. That's just simply playing the ball and not the man, as Kyler Jorgensen does that. And a lot of times it's not different than in a sport. Play the ball. And here's Butler. Butler, a little bump in the back there. And played back by O'Neal. And that'll be Satellite ball. Butler will throw it in here. Actually, take that back. This will be Christian Lewis, one of the 3 captains for Satellite. Glad you could be with us here today. And that should be a corner. Nope, goal kick. Satellite wanted it.
I have to agree with the official there. They had the best angle there.
There you go, Caleb. Get us off to a good start with the refs.
Yes.
That relationship deteriorates quickly throughout our broadcast.
I don't know what you're talking about. We are always
on the side of the officials?
Yes.
Yeah. If you have any updates on scores from around the county, I know there's a big match going on tonight over on the Pineda between Holy Trinity and Cocoa Beach. This is where it gets a little hairy right here. Just what you were talking about earlier, Caleb. The ability to put this ball 8, 10, 12 feet in the air here, just like that. And nicely done by Radawi just to keep his eyes on that, track it, and smother it down.
I mean, because he was kicking right into that.
Yes, he was. Radawi almost made a mistake there. Look at that thing go up and blow about 15, 20 yards to the right. Boy, I can't believe spring sports are getting ready to start. We kick it off Friday night with Vieira Lacrosse. Satellite's very own Jackson Robb will be on the call on that one. Satellite and Winter Park right here Friday night on the network. Your network.
The network that's powered by Natwick.
That's correct. Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance. Couldn't be more happy with our new partnership with Eric Natwick and Natwick Insurance. Fed ahead, headed back. And this is Lewis, and he'll try to. That'll go off the side of the face of Lewis. That stings in that weather.
Oh, it does.
Not that it doesn't sting any less any other time, but
extra.
Extra.
Well, you know, maybe he needed to wake up, and so
Well,
sometimes
he's awake. If he wasn't, he's awake now. Referee, and that's a good referee. Gives him a minute, lets him kind of get his bearings about him.
And unfortunately, he tried to play it off the chest and the knee and couldn't decide which one.
Yeah. And Titusville, if you're the Terriers here and you're the 7 seed and you want to win this match, the thing you got to do is no matter what, no matter where, any opportunity you get in the offensive zone, you've got to put that ball on net. You have nothing to lose here tonight.
No.
There's no pressure on you. You as a 7 seed, you are the underdog. And that is too far for Wyatt Moxley, the junior midfielder. Roy Aldis in his 4th year, 27, 38, and 7 in his 4-year stint, at least according to Max Preps anyway. You can't always rely on good old Max Preps. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Picture looks good, I believe. I think, yeah. I always get a fantastic signal over here. Now that I'll jinx it, and all of a sudden
next thing you know,
it'll start buffering for 20 minutes.
And the people won't see the game, but they'll hear you and I going back and forth.
Right. Across the far touchline. No score here as we approach the 26-minute mark of the first half. And I'm not sure where that was going, and neither is he.
They think that was a little too much.
Yeah, he's like, oh, man. That was, I want to go this way. No. Oh.
That was the body said, you won't make your mind up, I will.
I will. Played, uh-oh. Man, I'm telling you. That, I know it looks harmless, but you saw Radawi. He never took his eye off of that thing. And Radawi will give chase. Looked like a missed handball there. Nice move, but taken away. And I think if you're Titusville, you're going to need to start trying to figure out how to get Joey Captain involved and Bushnell involved a little bit here. And Titusville right now, fed ahead, a little too far. The wind is blowing probably 25 miles an hour to the south. Straight south. I'm not even going to tell you how to figure out what was northeast, south, or west there for a minute. I'm like you're staring at the ocean, Alan. That would be the east. Oh, off the side of the foot. And Titusville right now keeping this thing scoreless. Bushnell over. This is Cameron Cannon. And nice job by Sean O'Neill to take that away. Feeds it ahead. And here comes the Scorps. This is Owen Franklin. Franklin back towards the middle of the pitch. Ball rolled up his leg. Did not touch his hand. And taken away by... Taken back. Oh, nice move. Oh,
I'm not.
I thought he got all ball on that one myself. Sam Cottrell. What I like is that for every time a Terrier, if you're a Satellite fan, the defense is every time a Terrier touches that ball, with the exception of that time, all around that perimeter, 2 Scorps go right after him. They're not even giving him a chance to try and set up and get anything generated here.
And that's how Satellite plays soccer. And I loved watching them against Vieira. I wish I would have got a chance to see them more, but I mean that's just what they do.
Yep.
They will swarm that ball, be in your face, and you're gonna have to put everything in your might to beat them.
Yeah, well, there's only one team that did it. And they won a state championship last year. Nice job. Tricked in front here. Oh, nice move. Shot. And how that one did not go in as it ping-pongs off of Radawi, the defender, and then back to Radawi. And I think it even caught the post. And we stay scoreless. And this is a break here. Fed ahead, onside. Here is O'Neill. And we're going to get obvious. Oh, yeah, I don't know why he's got his hands out. That's a yellow card for faux sure. That's a yellow card. And going off is going to be Kyler Jorgensen, and Satellite with a golden opportunity. Another foot, and it's a penalty kick.
Yeah, I'm going to say, if you're going to do it, you got to do it outside the
right
box.
there. He did it in the right spot.
Oh, absolutely.
But I still think these guys are going to have to back up a little bit. I still think it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this. Now, we've seen, guys from other teams go direct with this, Caleb.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't agree with the ball placement. I thought it was a little further up, but okay.
No,
that's about right?
Yeah, that's about right, because he got hit there and flew forward
all right.
a couple yards.
All right, here we go. It looks like the debate here is between Lewis and Sato. Lewis with his foot on the ball here. Big moment early on in the first part of the first half. And it looks like it's going to be Christian Lewis, the senior captain, to put his foot onto this thing. Lewis eyes it up here. And that, I don't know, I get what they're trying to do there. They just didn't, the wind's just not going to allow it. They're kicking into the wind. And the good news is that they'll be going the other way in the second half. And Radawi's going to have, Radawi says, I got it. He'll stop it. Got to play that one, I believe, with his feet, correct?
No.
No, not that one?
He doesn't have to. Right now he's playing with it.
Okay.
And then yep.
Well, what was the scenario that you guys taught me where the keeper
Okay. The keeper can only play with his feet if his own teammate plays it off their feet.
Okay.
So
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. The education of Allen and European football continues. Satellite and Titusville will play the winner of Davenport and Palm Bay. That game will take place Friday. And Satellite, if they win, are guaranteed to host it. Now, unfortunately, we will not have that one for you here on Brevard Sports Network. But hopefully we can work something out to carry the regional finals for you, because I just know that if it's not Satellite, it'll be a Brevard County team there. If Titusville can pull the upset today. Oh, nice ball, but maybe a little too much. And Alex Butler says, I'll take it. And here comes Butler. Butler with a good look ahead there. Little push in the back, not called. Butler takes it back and loses it off the back of his foot. The wind blew that one, and he kind of tripped over it a little bit there. 19:51 to go as we approach the first half water break. We may even have it right here, and we do. And while we have this moment, let me take this opportunity to once again thank Competitive Plumbing and Gas. With more than 40 years of industry experience, Competitive Plumbing and Gas has become the leading choice for residential and commercial plumbing and gas services in Brevard County. Competitive Plumbing and Gas is locally owned and operated by two proud Satellite High School alumni, Wes Fayette, class of 74, and Jared Krell, class of 2008. In addition to standard household plumbing needs, Competitive Plumbing and Gas specializes in tankless water heaters and both LP and natural gas lines. Call 321-243-0363 for more information, or visit www.competitiveplumbing.com. And again, if you're looking for something to eat tonight, it's got to be Marco's Pizza. Now, I live over there by that Marco's Pizza, and I can tell you I use it quite a bit. Mm-hmm. If you've seen me lately, you can tell.
I love the way they crisp their pepperoni. They have a good crisp pepperoni.
And they have this fantastic deal with something right now called a Pizzoli for just $5.99. Give it a shot. Yeah, 321-259-8999. Again, that number, 243-0363. As they take the water break, and as we break down the bracket here, once again, the top seed in Region 2 is Bishop Moore. Number 2 is Satellite. The third seed is Davenport. The number 4 seed is the Villages. Number 5 seed is Nature Coast. Number 6 is Palm Bay. 7 is Titusville. And 8 is Poor Mount Dora, who's facing Bishop Moore tonight. Brevard County has won 10, count them 10 Brevard or state high school championships in boys soccer. The first, believe it or not, by Melbourne Central Catholic. And I don't know why I should say believe it or not. They had some fantastic soccer teams back in the day. Actually, check that. Melbourne and then Melbourne Central Catholic. Jerry McCabe won it in 94. And then Robin Chan in 98 won it for MCC. So I've given you wrong information.
I believe the Rockledge Raiders have won it 1 year.
No, state runner-up.
That's right. My bad, runner-up.
That's okay. I got the sheet here in front. I'm cheating. You're not. That's off of Alex Butler on the free. And, man, just tracking that ball when it's in the air is just pure comedy to watch. Yeah, Melbourne in 94, MCC in 98 with a state title. It would be Melbourne Central Catholic again in 03 under Chan. Oh, look at this. Tried to chip it ahead.
Oh.
I thought he got a little too cute with it. Probably should have tried to take that shot there. You're not going to get too many opportunities like that down in close. And the thing about Titusville, and I'm not picking on them by any stretch of the imagination, they've given up a lot of goals. They've given up 33 goals. That's a lot.
It is, and again, like you said, I think they try to get too cute with the extra pass. Sometimes it's just better to put it on frame. And
I've played with a lot of guys on the ice that like to do that. Shoot the puck. Coach used to scream, you can't score if you don't put it on goal. And this is Butler again. Boy, I tell you, I think Butler's just, what, a junior, sophomore? Junior. Man, he's got another year, and he's growing like a weed. And Redowie will come out and handle it again. The top 4 seeds in each region in Class 4A. Redowie just picks it up. Bay in Region 1. We told you Bishop Moore in Region 2. DeSoto County in Region 3. And Gulliver Prep in Region 4. Nice job by Redowie. You're kicking into the wind. That's about as much as you're going to get.
Redowie, you can tell, is made that adjustment. And normally you like to punt it from that area, and this time he's kind of just going that direct kick.
Satellite now, even up. Nice feed down, but a good play by Callum Van Dunn. Titusville's got to be careful. I like their aggressive approach here, but even in that box area, with a game like this, with conditions like this, it wouldn't surprise me if a penalty in that box decided this match. And just so you know, if you're watching at home, Caleb is, man, I'll tell you, doing a terrific job. The windows here don't open like they do in most press boxes. So we have to bring the mini tripods. And I'm sure Caleb's hands are cramping because he got to keep his hand on the thing the entire time.
For the viewers at home.
That's correct. Anything for Brevard County, right?
You're darn right. We are thankful for Brevard County,
That's right.
for showing us the great support that they have.
That's right. Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance. Eric Natwick. Get used to hearing that, at least for a year. I promise, though, we won't start doing discount double check commercials. Played ahead. This is a chance. Nice. I'll tell you what, that's a nice job by Alex. Butler shot, and that would be 3 in American football, but it goes just over the crossbar of the football goalpost, and that ball just took off. Butler did a nice job in the middle of the box area there, not once but twice, to thwart a Titusville effort. Really outside of the ball that ping-ponged off of Redowie, his defender, and then back to Redowie again. The best chance of the night thus far for Titusville. 15 minutes to go in the first half, and if you're Titusville, you got to like where this one's at right now. Look at that ball. Satellite scored, I believe, 3 times in the first half of the district championship game. And essentially when you do that, you've put it away.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen one team score 3 second-half goals to win a game, and that happened last week on the boys' side.
Yeah. I was like, wait, which one? Oh, yeah, wait.
Oh, yeah, the one you covered, Melbourne and Vieira.
That was honestly one of the funnest games I think I've done.
I'm going to tell you the story here in a minute when we get a little break, because I was doing another game. I was at the girls' game.
Yes.
Doing the girls' district championship against Melbourne. And I had it on the iPad, and I turned it off. It was 2-0. And it was deep into the second half. And when I got down on the field to do the post-game interviews, Coach Cal Dixon said, "You're not going to believe what happened." And I said, "What's that?" And he said, "The boys lost." And I said, "What boys?" He goes, "The Vieira boys." And I said, "The soccer team?" And he looked at me like I had 10 heads, because I just couldn't imagine that they had coughed up that lead. But they did. But I will tell you this. That may have lit a fire under a Vieira team that I think desperately needed it.
Yeah. That team, when they're...
Here's Satellite trying to get it in. Captain will knock it to the far line. Touch line there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
That team, like when they are all in, they are one of the toughest to stop. And
That's a nice. Oh, I thought that ball stayed in. Yeah, they are. Joey Captain, the leading scorer for Titusville. Big young man. And that'll cross the touchline. But, no, you're right. I think, you never, as a coach or a player, you never want to lose a match or a game.
No.
But there are losses that you can take far more from than ones you don't. And I believe Coach Nick Robinson is going to took a lot from that one.
I've had it on good authority. There's been a lot of running and a lot of
I'm sure.
a lot of gut check.
I'm sure.
As we called it in football.
Butler, nice play by Butler. Boy, Butler went in there fearless. Well, nobody knows Viera soccer better than you and Matt Shelton. That's not, actually on the team.
Agreed.
11:47 to go here in the first half. We want to welcome all of you watching here on Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance. And again, we want to thank our first half sponsor tonight, Competitive Plumbing and Gas. There would have been no way we could have broadcast it from the far side bleachers tonight. Not with this. With tripod would have been blowing over. Oh, it would have been terrible.
The tripod wouldn't have been still because
it would have been terrible.
My hands would have been
cold. Butler tripped. No call. Yes, we got a call. And so Butler should be a free. What?
He told him, hey, bring it back.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a good ball. Into the wind. Nice play by Titusville there.
I'm having to make adjustments with the camera because that ball would have been right in front of the goalie there on normal circumstances.
Yeah. Well, the good news is you're not going to have to deal with the sunset. Staring right into the camera. Well, you're not. Normally we'd be on those other bleachers looking right into that sun, but not. Here we go. They want an offside. Not going to get it. Shot and wide right there. I'm not sure O'Neal knew. Kind of rushed it a little.
Look,
did he call onside or? That was onside.
It's goal kick.
Oh, I know. I'm saying, though. Yeah, he was onside.
Yeah.
Because the defender had his hand in the air. Butler off his head. Titusville right now just keeping it close. I don't know if I'm Radawi if I play with it like that. 9:20 to go. This one will just hit a brick wall there. Good ball, though. You have to put a little something extra into it tonight. And we may see this satellite offense explode in the second half with the wind at their back. Nice steal there by Cam Cannon. Wyatt Moxley gets it back to Sam Cottrell. Scorps. One of the most impressive things I've seen covering Brevard County sports has happened this postseason with soccer as the ball goes out. And that is, I've never seen this many teams from a sport reach the FHSAA state playoffs before. This is a true testament to how strong soccer is in Brevard County at the moment. 10 boys teams, 9 girls teams. Compare that with a sport like basketball, where the boys and the girls combined will be lucky to have 9 teams reach the FHSAA state tournament. You've got 5 programs that sent both their boys and their girls teams. You know, if I'm giving a State of the Union soccer speech, right, I would say, you know, the state of soccer in Brevard County is strong. 7:32 to go, first half. Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. We're going to take a break. Fed ahead. Satellite's got to try to push something here with this wind at their backs. There's a shot. Redowie, though, lets it roll up him. Cam Cannon with the blast. And that one too high. And that'll be Titusville ball. And a quick throw in by the Terriers. Terriers in white moving from left to right. And here comes O'Neill again, and this time tried to feed it ahead to Gabe Woods. Titusville is certainly the bigger team. They got some guys out there look like tight ends.
They got to hope to try to get some set pieces here when you have sides like that.
We haven't had one. It's incredible to me with this win we haven't had one corner.
Agreed.
But you're right. Hey, yeah, that's a mistake, and that'll be Satellite. We've got a substitution here. As I believe that's Jason Wright checking in. And Alex Butler will get a break. Butler with a good first half of play. 5:20 to go and running. Lewis.
Surprised that one stayed in.
I am too. This is Gage Kinarelli. And they let him, well, he grabbed the back of the shirt there. He almost got away with it on the way down. He grabbed hold of that shirt.
You try what you can and whatever the ref allows.
That's right. What do they say? There are several expressions.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this:
yes.
as a guy that still very much tries to educate. What if that player slid in there and kicked that ball?
If he slid in and
kicked the ball while
the goalie
Redowie had it on the ground, rolling it around, playing with it.
It would honestly depend what he made contact with. If he makes contact with the goalie, it
would be a penalty, obviously.
Right.
Yellow card, I'm sure.
Yes. And if you get all ball and it
goes in, then
it's a goal.
Well, that's a goal, all right.
Because as a goalie, what you're trying to do there is you're trying to kill seconds.
Right.
I believe your 8 or 10 seconds don't start until you pick the ball up.
Here comes an interesting opportunity here. What are they, about 30 yards out here?
Yeah.
And so they got the wind in their face, and I mean in their face at about 25. So it'll be interesting to see here what Severin Taylor does with this one. I think you almost have to start this thing from left to right and let it come back.
And you tell everyone else on that backside.
And that's what he does. In front, the header.
Oh.
I like the idea there.
Yes.
I almost like the execution as well as The Scorp in the box wanted a penalty. Not going to happen. 3 minutes to go in half number one. I want to thank all of you for joining us here tonight on Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance.
Look, I've come to learn I want no penalties called on the bus or in the box unless it's extremely obvious.
No, in the FHSAA, yeah, I don't want any of that stuff we saw last year in the Final Four. Nicely
Right.
done. Ahead, this could be, well, could have been, but is not. I don't want to see anything like we saw in that Final Four last year between St. Thomas and Vieira. Ticky-tack, and then you don't call anything, and then when you do call it, you don't call it in the final 2 minutes. Come on.
Yeah. No, I think because usually the advantage goes to the shooters in PK.
And when I say the final two, I don't mean the final two of the game. They called that initial penalty kick on St. Thomas Aquinas in that Final Four in the final minute of the first half last year.
Yes.
And that gave the Raiders that 1-0 lead. They had no choice but to call the penalty on Aquinas with 90 seconds to go because the keeper came out of the box and played the ball with his hands.
Yes.
Here it's no score, and the Titusville Terriers, I think if you're Roy Aldis, your team has done exactly what you've asked them to do this half, and that's to give you a fighting chance to win this game in the final 40, Caleb.
Now it's going to, you take it one half at a time. Okay?
Right.
You take the first half of this battle. Now in the second half, your coach, you're saying, all right, boys, how bad do you want it, and what does it mean to you right now?
Yep.
Because you did it for one half. Do you have it in the tank to put something together in the second half?
About a minute and 10 to go here. Titusville pressuring here. Satellite's defense, though, has been stout here this afternoon. Scorps have had some offensive chances, Caleb.
Yes, they have.
And that's the old kick in the shin there. And this will be a free kick coming for the Terriers with under a minute to go. Oh, there's our first victim of the night right there, Caleb. He is gone. We'd like to everybody say wave bye-bye to Ban Mahatatera. He will never be back again on Brevard Sports Network. Take care.
Poor Shane.
Well, it is what it is. Can't and
Called the handball.
And Titusville now under 10, or that's it. That's the half. And we have reached the end of the first half, a scoreless tie, obviously. And we'll be back to start the Marco's Pizza second half coming up here on Brevard Sports Network. Welcome back here to Satellite Scorpion Stadium, home of the Satellite Scorpions, who right now are locked in a scoreless tie with the Titusville Terriers in FHSAA Region 1 playoff action. The Scorps and the Terriers will now switch sides, and that's huge in this game because, as our good friend and the public address announcer said, this is like a football game. To make the comparison to American football game, this is like a football game that is played in the slop, the mud, and the rain with these wind conditions. The ball goes up. It's like it hits a brick wall. And now Titusville couldn't do anything with the wind at their back offensively. Now, they played well defensively in that first half, although Satellite had chances. Now the Scorps get the wind at their back. And when I say the wind at their back, I don't mean a slight beach breeze. It's about 30 miles an hour out here right now. I just took a step outside, and Caleb's going to get you fixed here. Now, just do what you got to do here. Yeah, because you're on the edge here. See that? That's gonna slip off. There you go. And I'd rather that happen. Here, watch, buddy. Let me show you something, please. There you go, right there. Now take that, loosen it up a little. Okay, see it? Let it go. There you go. And then you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Is that easier?
Yes.
Okay.
That's essentially what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but you were stuck here.
Yes.
Right.
So I do appreciate
that. No problem, bud. No problem. All right, second half brought to you by Marco's Pizza, located on Wickham Road. 321-259-8999. Hungry tonight? Try a Pizzoli for $5.99. Hello, David Martinez. I want to say hello to Kyle Butler watching as well here tonight on Brevard Sports Network, powered by
Netwick Insurance.
There you go. Here we go. Set for the second half kickoff. And to take care of that will be the sophomore and leading scorer for the Terriers, Joey Captain. And Captain puts his big right leg into it. And I do mean that's a tall, solid young man. I mean, he's a sophomore. He's about 6'2", 6'3". Looks like he's about $180. I wonder if John Holmes has him playing any football. And here comes Satellite down the far touchline. That ball will trickle out. And I really, truly am interested here to see the difference in strategy. We do have a new keeper in net. I'm not sure who number 23 is. I'll have to check. Alex Neal. Okay, yeah, Alex Neal is the keeper. Now, Neal has allowed 17 goals, 35 saves. He's got a 2.27 GAA. That's goals against average this year. And here come the Scorps. And Titusville takes it away, playing it the wrong way, off the back of Severin Taylor. This is Nico Delzingaro. This is Gabe Woods. Comes a throw in, wide open in the middle. Nice close by Cam Cannon there. Cannon with a nice slide tackle. Cannon gets up from. What a play by Cannon. He'll feed it ahead to Moxley. Moxley across the midfield stripe. Back to Cannon. Cannon, they're playing catch with it, and as a result, we'll lose control of the ball. Here comes Satellite. Little too cute there. That's not going to be called. It's a good try, though.
Let's go, Satellite. Come on.
Man, you're doing a terrific job. I know how hard that is. Let me see something real quick. I just want to see something. you just tighten this up a hair. If you hear me out here, tighten it up a hair, right? You don't have to put as much pressure on it. Kind of relax a little bit, because I know that's tough. And here comes Eustace in the bus across the field. The girls will get set to play next. Here, Eustace Panthers, the number 7 seed in girls 4A Region 2, will take on the second-seeded Satellite Scorpions. Oh, a mistake and an opportunity. And Satellite couldn't capitalize. Not sure what all that is over there.
That's just two guys getting their legs tangled.
Yeah.
Listen, to me, you don't even call a foul either way.
You just go, where's the ball?
It's like, pass interference in football. Both guys are hand checking each other. You don't make the call.
You don't make the call, right? Alex Neal directing traffic. Neal and Osheim have split time. I mean, almost right down the middle this year for Coach Aldis and Titusville in goal. And here comes a set piece. This is not a corner. This is a free kick from the corner. And here we go. Oh, did that hit off the post or a foot? I couldn't tell. Came off of a foot. And here's a chance. Great shot here. And good defense. And that one, as Joey Captain gets his body into it, and that ball will cross. And this should be a corner. This is the first corner of the match if you're just joining us.
Now, again, I would say, like as we stated, due to the size advantage, Titusville should have the advantage in these.
Yeah. And there's you got to get a feel for that wind. He just shot that ball straight across.
Yeah, he did.
That wind is blowing straight to the south. It switched a little bit, maybe a touch down, touch to the southeast, maybe straight south. But it's steady 25, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, that wind is switching from that south to southeasterly.
With the way that first half went, it would not shock me one iota, Caleb, if a fluke goal won this match tonight. And unfortunately, if that happens, the team it happens to will see their season come to an end. And, yeah, we get the whistle there, and we'll see. It's going to be a free kick coming for Titusville. And the referees in the stands, I should say, didn't particularly care for that too much. This is the Marco's Pizza second half here. Again, if you're looking for something to eat tonight, man, Marco's Pizza is where it's at. Please give the one on Wickham Road a call. 3600 North Wickham Road at 321-259-8999. Check them out online at marcos.com and try that Pozzoli. Again, if you haven't seen me in a while, I've had quite a few of those Pozzolis, and they are very good, as my frame will attest.
And double down on that. Folks, if anyone who's seen me knows I enjoy a good meal.
Oh, you're a Pozzoli eater.
So, and I'll say this: one Pozzoli for me fills me up. So, I mean,
right?
That's a credit to
Marcos.
Yes.
And here comes the Terriers, and Satellite takes it right back. And nice turn. Got numbers. Can he stay outside? And that was the shot to take there. I believe that one. I don't think that was a pass. I just think that went off the side of the foot there, Caleb.
Yeah. I want to be nice and give him credit saying that he was looking for a cross, but
I couldn't see it there.
Sometimes I'm too nice for my own good.
Yeah, that's all right. This is the first time the ball's been that deep in Terrier offensive territory. Look at that ball. It's like a knuckleball. Boy, Charlie Huff or those guys, Phil Necro, they'd be proud of that thing tonight. Tim Wakefield. How can I forget Tim? Rest in peace, Timmy.
Still doesn't seem real.
No.
I mean, 2 years ago, I was standing next to you two.
As we broadcast baseball, high school baseball, yeah. It's crazy. Just underway here in the Marco's Pizza second half. And again, we want to thank Competitive Plumbing and Gas for the sponsorship of the first half. And both of these companies have paid. Listen, these broadcasts aren't cheap from the FHSAA. And so we thank them for doing so. Oh, that's perfect. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Right there. That was close. That's a lot closer than it may have appeared on camera. What'd they say, a black BMW?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost me at BMW.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not the BSN mobile.
No, sure isn't. Anything with that ends with an N's or W is not us. Good feet ahead, but a little too far. And we're going to get a goal kick here. Corner of the box. So the way please don't ask me why because I can't explain it. But the FHSAA, I don't know if they did this. I can't remember if they did this last year, but the 2A through the 4A brackets start tonight. 5A through 7A get another week off. So they'll start next Tuesday.
Yeah, no, it's something they started new this year.
Is it? Oh, there's a trip. And this will be a set piece, Caleb, from a great spot on the pitch.
Oh, you have the wind going with you. So many possibilities here.
I didn't like how they handled their set pieces with the wind in their face in the first half. Let's see how they do it. It's going to be Alex Butler maybe or Lewis. We'll see who takes it.
Now he's marking off the 10 yards.
And it looks like it's going to be Lewis takes it. Oh, nice shot and just wide to the right. Right idea. Just missed. Nice job by Alex Neal, too, to cover that corner up. Had it been where he wanted it, Neal would likely have gotten a hand or his body on it. And now we'll get a goal kick from the opposite side. Nice job using the wind there to hook that one back around, but it ends up on the foot of the Scorps and headed out. And here is Captain, and he'll just knock it ahead, but the wind will knock it back and across the far touchline and out. And the Scorps will throw it in here with 27:53 in a fast-moving second half. Here on Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance. And the Terriers, nice steal. And a good play back defensively. Back and forth we go as Bushnell puts his right foot into it. And the Terriers are, listen, they're not stacking the box, Caleb. They are obviously playing a defensive game. And here comes Satellite with numbers. They've got 5. The Terriers have 4. And the pass does not find its way through traffic as Bushnell now has it. And Satellite tries to steal it back. And fed ahead to Captain, their leading scorer. And that's a great job there by Nico Del Zingaro. And that ball is fed ahead, but all the way through to the keeper, Alex Neal, scooped up by Neal. 26:49 to go in regulation. Bushnell has it taken away by Owen Franklin, the sophomore. And we got a turn, and there's 4 Terriers standing there. Oh, nice slide there just to pop that away by Wyatt Moxley, who's played a good defensive game. And back to my point, they're not stacking the box, but they are playing defensive soccer. You know, we've not seen them make one offensive rush in the 13 minutes 14 minutes since we've begun the second half. We've seen teams against good offensive teams like Vieira push and try to get this thing to PKs. I don't know that that's the way you want to go with that wind right now.
No, I PKs is definitely not your answer.
And here's a shot that'll go wide left off the foot of Jason Wright. Go ahead.
It came a little too much off the top of the foot rather than.
I think Neal would have scooped that up too.
Yeah, but you don't want to put Neal in that position in PK.
Well, like what we saw with Sebastian River and Vieira that time. Sebastian River stacked the box, and they didn't care.
Right. They literally sent one man forward all night.
Right.
And eventually the pressure.
There's a shot, and that one just wide to the right. And Satellite now starting to put that pressure on. And Titusville either has to counter or Satellite's got to convert. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but that's kind of what I was going into. Is
right.
Eventually, you start losing on some of that pressure because it's like a body blow in boxing. You're taking body blow after body blow. Eventually, the knees are going to give out.
And this is going to, yeah, you're right. And this is going to be a corner here, and it's going to be taken by Butler with the left foot here. And, boy, there's an opportunity here to just bend one like you've never seen before. And he does in front and still pinging around in the box, still in the box and cleared out. Butler put that ball perfectly where it needed to be. I didn't see any red jerseys moving, Caleb.
But that's what I was going to say is for Satellite, you got to have someone there positioned in the middle for that ricochet to at least get another shot off.
Right. That's a good throw in there and right off the head and back out, and we'll get it again. Well, that wind is whipping now. I feel bad saying that because I know people can hear me. So it's like I know it's cold out there.
Hey, look, I identify with them in the fact of my even using one hand, my hand is for.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do between games. I'm going to go down and get you the gloves. I bought everybody a BSN gloves with no fingers in them so we can work the cameras. And here comes Satellite. I mean, all the play is in this side of the offense shot, and Neal again takes it to the body. 23:54 to go in the second half. Played ahead, but what Satellite's doing is they are beating Titusville to every loose ball. This is Nico Del Zingaro, and he will hand off to Curran Maxon here. Maxon, what a chance. Oh, he gets it in the wind there, and a nice header by Bushnell there. And ball in the box. And this is a shot here for Butler, and that one off the football goal post. And that one climbed the ladder there, it felt like, in close shot. This is going to be a corner, and it's going to come from the far side by, let me believe, is that Keon Sado? Sado will put his right foot into it. And again, the same thing as Butler had kind of bend this thing in front. Keep your eye on Jason Wright there. He's directly in front of Neal. This one, oh, that's a birdie. And that one splits the uprights as everybody in the stands puts their hands up for a field goal, but doesn't count in this football. And we play on. No score, 22 minutes to go in regulation. Satellite nothing, Titusville nothing. Into the wind, good line drive, but floats right out of bounds. And Butler will throw it in, and he gets a good toss down the touch line. And does it go off of... a goal kick? The winner will advance to face the winner of Davenport and Palm Bay. The loser has reached the end of the road. That one spins backwards. And Titusville still, there's just looked like a handball there. Titusville still has not played that ball across that midfield line in the second half here. 20 minutes, 45 seconds to go in regulation. Let's see if he elects to take the water break here or play on. Looks like we'll play on.
Sweet. Look at that. Eric Natwick tuning into the broadcast.
Yeah, Brevard Sports Network, as we been reminding everybody, powered by Eric Natwick and Natwick Insurance. Excited. And again, I said, get used to hearing that. And here comes Titusville, their first opportunity here. And he splits two defenders, couldn't split four. There were 5 satellite defenders there. 20 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the half here. Satellite and Titusville, nothing. And Butler chips it ahead, and this should bring us to the water break. No.
Okay.
Seems like a good time for it.
Right.
Especially the clock says 19:30. And there it is. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors of tonight's broadcast, Marco's Pizza and Competitive Plumbing and Gas. We're going to step aside. You're watching FHSAA Region 2 Class 4A soccer action here on Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance. Once again, I want to thank Marco's Pizza, our second half sponsor here tonight. Satellite Soccer Booster Club wants to thank Marco's Pizza on Wickham Road for sponsoring the Satellite Soccer program all season with their delicious pizza. Man, all this talk about pizza's got me hungry. I want to do 3 things after, tonight. Like normally when I do reads and talk about sponsors and, well, now we got a partner in Natwick Insurance. And so I want to do 3 things. I want to eat pizza.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everything's good with my gas heater, right? Yeah. Thanks to Competitive Plumbing and Gas. And I want to double-check my insurance.
Yeah.
We get set for the second half of the second half here, following the water break. And, if you're Satellite, you got to feel like you're getting close. If you're Titusville, you just got to continue to keep them out of the back of your cage and hope you can get this thing and pick up a fluke goal or get this thing to PKs, because they've shown no signs of willing to push this play. it's almost as if they're playing with a lead.
Yes.
And this, I was going to say, is this a mistake? And Neal with a good job just getting his left hand on it. This will be a goal kick. Corner kick. This is a corner kick, actually. Yeah, this will be a corner kick, and the left foot of Alex Butler will take this. And if you're Titusville, you just can't keep giving them this with that wind, and that wind is even blowing harder now. You can just tell by the flag. And Butler, nice ball in front. Oh, my! Alex Neal keeps it scoreless in front.
How? I mean, Alex Neal.
What a job. That was a great corner kick by Satellite, and Alex Neal stood his ground. That was skill and a little bit of luck. Because you talk about being in the right place at the right time, but look, a lot of times you see that from keepers, and they hedge left, they hedge right, and they cost themselves a goal. Neal didn't do that. Great play by the keeper, the junior keeper. And that, if Titusville can win this match, will be the play they'll talk about. And let's see if that save by their keeper can pump a little life into the offense here. And here comes Titusville. And nicely done by Satellite's defense there in front. And Radawi, who will touch the ball for the first time since the first half, will put his foot into it, and he does. He kicks that thing about 70 yards down the field. 3-on-1. This is trouble. Titusville's in trouble. Neal gets out, and that ball into the cage for a Satellite goal. And they're going to call offsides. What are they calling? They're calling offsides, Caleb?
That's tight. And I mean,
Satellite ball, no goal.
That was a tight call.
Yeah. Listen, the defender was there the whole way.
Yes.
I don't know what he was looking at. But that's all right. Play on. And so no goal.
So, yeah, because that defender theoretically keeps both players onside.
Like in hockey and soccer, we always say the goalkeeper's best friends are two things, the post and offsides.
Yep.
Dale Dorman says I'd have an instant red card. I feel you, Dale.
I have to agree with him.
I know Caleb feels you. He wants to say a few things he just can't. And that ball played ahead.
Especially my boss being right next
That's
to me.
correct. And that one played wide to the left here. We got some action with 15:56 to go. And did you see that?
Well, yeah.
That was pretty wild. Talking about bending it like Beckham. And so, and look, we just talked about the wind and how it could, that was it.
Yep.
That was it right there. Neal lost that one on the ground. And I believe that would have been Keon Sato's goal. Right now, Satellite just applying constant attack pressure. And that one trickles. What does he call? Sato did not like the call, though, that's for sure. Good keeper interference, says Ted Jorgensen. Okay, that makes better sense.
It does, but the keeper never really had
No, he didn't.
control.
He didn't. I was going to say he couldn't have called offsides because it wasn't. I mean,
like I said, that would have been the tightest
yeah,
offsides call I've ever seen.
Right. So keeper interference. Thank you there, Ted. I appreciate that. I mean, I can see that a little more, but not because he lost possession of the ball.
Right.
He absolutely lost possession of the ball, and he didn't lose possession of the ball as a result of being interfered with.
I would say it's not like hockey where you ice the puck and then getting drilled. I mean,
yeah, no, well, yeah, he had an opportunity to play that ball, lost it, and yeah, okay. All right. 14:05 to play, and that clears it up for me. Thank you, sir. So, but listen, after the great save Neil made, sometimes you catch a break, and he got one there.
Dale.
And here comes Alex Butler, who's really played well here tonight. That corner by Butler that nearly set up that goal. Yeah, I think if you go back and watch it, Ted, I think what you'll see is that he actually had the ball and it squirted underneath of him. And I don't know that ball was rolling into the cage, I believe, when the call was made. So that would be there's a shot, and that gets in. That's a goal. No? Yes, that's a goal. And what a shot by Alex Butler. Was that Butler? Who was Christian Lewis on that goal? It was 3, not 2, and Christian Lewis with the goal. Wow. So that one smoked from about 25 out, Caleb. And it's 1-0 Satellite with 12:59 to go in the game. And there you see Christian Lewis right there in the middle of your screen celebrating. 1-0. The Marco's Pizza goal by Christian Lewis. What a shot.
And we said, it might take a special shot.
He blistered that one. Look at that bat. Now, how can a bat fly around in that?
I don't know. I was watching a hawk struggle to get to its nest up on one of the light posts. So I don't know how that bat is flying around like nobody's business.
And this one, listen, Alex Neal has done everything he can here in this latter stages, and this is just taken away, and Neal will scoop that up. And Satellite really pouring it on now here as we wind down into the single digits to play. And the errant pass taken away by Nico Del Zingaro. And Lewis again. And he'll have it chipped away. Chipped back. Satellite kept pressuring and pressuring and pressuring. And finally, an absolute rocket off the foot of Christian Lewis, one of the 3 senior captains. I want to say hello to Titusville Terrier Baseball. 11:30 to go here in regulation. And Satellite leads it 1-0. And here's another opportunity. That one will cross. Is this a corner? I think this is a corner. And Keon Sato will head over to take this corner for Satellite. About 11 minutes to go now. And time is of the essence. My concern, if you're a Satellite fan, is the fact they have been unable. Well, I'll just say this. I mean, Zach Radowie's touched the ball 1 time this half.
Yep.
So you're going to have to commit to some sort of an attack here, and I get it. That's going to leave your back end open, but you got to tie this thing up. And here comes. Oh, that's hooked. Well, that one is wild. That one almost hooked into the net.
Yeah.
We saw. Who was that? That scored that goal that time for. I know who it was. It was Coach Weldon's daughter that did that. Scored on a corner.
Yeah. That has got to be single-handedly the most impressive.
That was the most impressive goal I've ever. And there was no win that night.
No.
And Satellite picks the pocket, and Titusville takes it back in a header there by Kern Maxson. And Satellite has just played outstanding defensively. They come into this game tonight allowing just 14 goals all year. Of their 10 wins, 8 of them have come via the clean sheet. And that includes the 5-0 clean sheet win last week against Titusville in the district championship game to capture their 3rd straight district title. Make sure you stay tuned. Coming up, the competitive plumbing and gas, Marco's Pizza, FHSAA girls game is coming up next as the 7th-seeded Eustis Panthers will take on the Satellite Scorpions. Under 10 to go here. In fact, pushing under 9. 9 minutes to play. And Satellite will advance to play the winner of the 3rd-seeded the Davenport High or the 6th-seeded Palm Bay Pirates. Satellite, the top seed in the bottom half of the bracket. They are the 2 seed. Top half of the bracket, Bishop Moore. Nah, not yet here. Let me take a look and see if I can find an update. If anybody has an update on that Palm Bay game and even that Cocoa Beach and Holy Trinity game, please feel free to let us know in the comments. Time is running here. Satellite, 8 the clock is stopped, actually. Check that. Clock is stopped. And here comes Satellite, or Titusville, sorry, over on the far touchline, but nothing. Yeah, there's nobody keeping a score track. Well, that game doesn't start until 7 o'clock, so I keep forgetting this one kicked off at 5 o'clock. I'm looking for a score on a game that's not even started. 8:10 to go. Get with it, Alan.
Why is nobody letting us know?
Yeah, well, why isn't anybody comment? Help us out a little. Well, knucklehead.
You know what? Blame it on the PA announcer. The PA announcer got it wrong for us.
7:49 to go. And here comes a goal kick for the Terriers, who desperately need to try and put an attack here. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. No, I don't think that window's going anywhere.
I'd rather not chance it.
Yeah, me either.
Matter of fact, I think I may even move next window over because I don't believe that window has issues.
No, it does.
Oh, well, then.
And look at that shot, and that just skirts the top of the cage. Joy Tracy says, rest assured, if Satellite makes it to Bishop Moore, the Bees will take the sing out of the Scorps. Well, while that's very clever, and I like your confidence.
Well, we're pro Brevard County right here.
I'm not sure that I'm going to officially take that stance. But I do appreciate the support and you logging on and watching. And we are the Brevard Sports Network, powered by
Natwick Insurance.
Natwick Insurance. So we're going to take the side of the Brevard County teams.
Hey, as Matt and I were talking during the regular season, Brevard County, we will beat each other up.
Right.
But once it comes postseason, it's let's go Brevard County.
Right. Oh, look at that move. Look at that. And that one will just roll across the goal line there. 6:11 to go here. And that's actually going to be a corner for the Scorps. And here comes Alex Butler, who the last time with that left foot of his put a dart in the middle of that box that nearly scored the first Scorpion goal. And Alex Neal came up big, and that's another dart and in front and just missed the right incoming foot of, I believe, Jason Wright there. Kelly Holmes says, come on, Terriers, keep the fight. I like that. I'd like to thank all of you for checking in with us here tonight. And there's a shot that trickles wide left. Palm Bay traveling to Davenport. 3A, that 3A bracket. I'll tell you what, West Shore and Holy Trinity sure do put on a show. Should it get back to those two again. Look at that thing. Up and back. I know. Look, thank you, Dale. I appreciate that. Come on, man. I got to take up for Brevard County. I know how good Bishop Moore is. I know how good they are. They'll chip over. Titusville's got to get something going. Got to get something. Even if you just start clearing the ball there, you can't do that.
Nope.
That's going to be a yellow card. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he picked up a yellow here. And ref reaches in his pocket, and there it is. And that's frustration from Joey Captain, the sophomore there, throwing the shoulder. And the future will take a seat.
Hey, boys, if they're hitting like that, watch yourself.
4:14 to go, and as the parents say in the stands, if they're hitting like that, watch yourself. And I understand that. You don't want to get hurt.
Also, you want to make sure you keep your own emotions in check if you're moving on, because
Yeah.
you don't want to be down anybody moving forward.
No, you don't, because we saw what happened last year to Nick Robinson when he picked up a red card in the Final Four. No matter how many appeals Vieira filed, he had to watch the state championship game from the parking lot. And that's tough.
Yes.
And he had every right to be upset about that call that was made against his team. But
I'm shocked you and I didn't get thrown out of that one.
yeah, me too. Throw in. And right to the score. 3:52 to go here. And Satellite, thanks to a Christian Lewis rocket, lead this thing 1-0. Make sure you come back and join us now at 7 o'clock for the girls' game. And Eustis, and let's see if Satellite can sweep the day here. Now, this one isn't over yet, but if you're a Titusville fan, you would at least like to see a push beyond the midfield stripe here. They've done it just once here the entire second half. And between games would also be a real good time to pick up the phone or jump online and order a Marco's Pizza at 3600 North Wickham Road, 321-259-8999, or check them out at marcos.com. Here comes a corner from Sato. That one low and played back out by Titusville. The Satellite, there's a shot, and Neal up with that one. The Satellite Soccer Booster Club wants to thank Marco's Pizza on Wickham Road. Stolen chance, fed back. Probably should have tried to take that shot. Wants to thank Marco's for their support all season long for their delicious pizza. It's not cheap to feed these kids and these student athletes, I should say. I hate calling them kids. But I tell you, the community here really steps up and takes care of its own. And, of course, that would also mean competitive plumbing and gas as well. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Neal plays it out here. Well, let's see, Caleb. Yeah, no shot on this one. And played at checking in there was number 4. That's Simon Williams in for captain as we get to the 140 mark here of this one. 140 to go. And Titusville with one last opportunity here. And throwing it in is Kyler Jorgensen here. I tell you, Ty, I have been impressed with Titusville's side. There's good old Craig Bailey down on the track. From Florida today. Love Craig, love his work. Clock is stopped, by the way, with 1:32 to go. I'll go down between games and get those gloves for you. Here's the good-looking throw-in against the wind there by Jorgensen, and unfortunately unable to do anything with that. And Titusville with their first real big rush here. And Joey Captain's back in. Captain plays that in front. And Rideau, he shuts the door and says, nope, not going to allow anything to happen. That one is booted out. And this is nicely done by Rideau, but back was Cam Cannon there. And Captain again. Captain with his big body turns. The leading scorer for the Terriers feeds it ahead, but just a little bit too far for Bushnell across the near touchline. Under a minute to go. And no, there's the whistles. And no, he says stop it. I thought he was giving us the final whistles there, but he is not. That is the signal to stop the clock with 41 seconds. Now, that's unofficial time. The official time is kept on the field. So,
now, just a reminder to a lesson Matt Shelton and I learned, there is no play on when time expires. So if the ball is not in the net before the buzzer, before they call game, that's it.
Got you.
There's no basketball-like rule where the play continues.
Got you. So it ain't no off the foot.
Nope.
I got you. Okay, boy, I'd hate to see that happen. Can you imagine the outcry on something like that?
Oh, it happened.
Oh, I'm sure.
Melbourne versus Vieira game.
Oh, Lord. Here comes Titusville. They got to hurry. And that will do it likely. And there it is. No, yeah, no, yes, that's it. The Satellite Scorpions will advance to the regional semifinals as they get a 1-0 win over the Titusville Terriers. We want to thank all of you out there. We want to thank Marco's Pizza and Competitive Plumbing and Gas. We'll be back with the second game, the girls' game, coming up between the 7th-seeded Eustis Panthers and the 2nd-seeded Satellite Lady Scorpions. For Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. You have been watching the Brevard Sports Network powered by Natwick Insurance